Hi, I just wanted to pop on here and just say, hey, I'm Sade, and I really support the Veterans March. There were Veterans Marches across the country at different capitals, and I just want to throw my hat in the ring as a veteran and just let you know I really support them. I'm really happy about it. I'm relieved to see veterans standing up for ourselves, standing up for our rights, standing up for the benefits that we fought for, and trying to hold all these corrupt politicians accountable for undermining the things that we worked so hard for. This year has been insane, okay? This year has been so insane. And first off, rip, it was blowing me that people did not realize that DEI included veterans and disabled people. Oh my God, bro. Being surrounded by idiots is exhausting. And also, I want to say, before I get into this whole diatribe about DEI going away, our benefits being closed, like all of the VAs being stripped, the education system being stripped, how all of these different things that they are doing to disenfranchise poor people and, create stupider, poorer people is related to the military. I want to say, first of all, thank God I'm not in anymore. I would not want to be in the military right now. Oh, like, thank God. Woo, girl. Thank God. I'm not active right now. I just want to say that. I just want to say this is a relief to my heart. Even though I'm still very stressed, I have so much anxiety, I have so much PTSD. I'm watching everything happening. I'm watching not only, veterans being mistreated, really the whole entire country being mistreated, and it's stressing me out so bad. But if I was active duty right now, I'd be going through it. So I just wanted to say that. I just wanted to say that. Also, disclaimer. If you don't want to have a nuanced conversation and you just want to be like, well, I just hate the village, I just hate the veterans, I just hate the military, they shouldn't have anything, right? Without talking about the economic system and the education system and how expensive college is and all of these different factors that would lead to someone deciding to serve, deciding to make the sacrifice, deciding to leave their family for years, etc. Like, if you don't want to have a nuanced conversation about the mistreatment in this society, fostering the system that would funnel people into this space, and after they do that time, after they do that sacrifice, after they have put their body and mind on the line, and you just, they shouldn't have anything. Get the hell out of here. Like, I can't, I just want to say right now, get the dumb people out of here. Go. Just, I don't even want to entertain it. Okay. Just get your ass out of here. Straight up. Just go. The cuts to veteran services, the cuts to the VA, not being able to get an appointment for 6 months to a year, that has such broad reaching effects. Firing all of these federal workers, a lot of them being veterans, firing all these federal workers whose families are depending on them, that are able to go to college, that are able to pay bills, that are able to contribute to society because they were working for the federal government, and obviously not getting paid as much as they could if they were in the private sector. And there's so many factors to this, right? There's so many factors to this. There's so much time. There's so much sacrifice there, right? And you just want even more veterans out in the streets, destitute, homeless, hungry, struggling. It's so crazy watching the same party that's just so pro-life, so we support the veterans, cutting the things that sustain us. Ignoring the sacrifices that we made, right? Also, I just have, oh my God, I'm going to be so all over the place because I just have so many feelings, and I've been holding this back, and these are conversations I normally only have with family or whatnot, so you're going to have to bear with me as I'm all over the place.
I never want to hear that Republicans support veterans ever again, because this week, Senator Duckworth, a combat veteran who lost both of their legs when their helicopter exploded, introduced a bill entitled Protect Veteran Jobs Act, which would rehire every veteran that lost their job when Elon Musk fired them. And every single Republican voted no. You cannot pretend that they support veterans when they can continue to fire veterans from their jobs, when they continue to cut funding to the VA, when you fire their doctors, when you fire the veterans themselves. You can no longer say that you support veterans. There's an easy way to support veterans. It's by voting yes when there's a bill that would give veterans jobs. It's by voting yes when veterans need more benefits. So I never, ever want to hear again that Republicans support the troops or veterans, because their voting record shows that they only care about their billionaire friends.
But I was watching people talk about how they want to remove trans people from the military, and I just had to chuckle to myself because it's just so ridiculous. Like, okay, I've served with trans people before, and it's never been a thought in my mind, like, what type of nuts and bolts you have in your toolkit. That is so irrelevant. The mission was getting done. So, like, I'm just like, what does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? Because at the same time, there's a conversation about, oh, well, our projections are too low and we need more people to join, and let's go beg people who play Call of Duty to be in the military or whatever. And then, like, you're turning down people who are willing to, it's just, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It's never bothered me. It's never been a factor. Who cares? Like, who cares? Who cares? It's ridiculous. I'm seeing the changes in the grooming policies, and girl. Listen, anti-blackness never went out of style, but she is back with a vengeance. Like, it's, girl. I would be so nervous to be in right now because in general, white guys are just having a nationwide crash out. And I know that they're going to be abusing their power. And I mean, the microaggressions and the hatred has got to be on peak. Like, the bullying and the hazing right now. Listen, if you are active and you're a person of color or black, now might be the time to start working your way up out of there, okay? Because they're literally making it very, very clear that they do not care about us. By mistreating veterans, I don't understand how they plan to retain people or recruit people, because the only thing that was motivating a lot of people was like, okay, I'm gonna have these benefits that I fought for, I'm gonna have my GI Bill, everything like that. That's what gets me as well. As I look at JD Vance and his Egyptian Smokey Eye, which honestly I should have done a Smokey Eye in honor of him using these exact same benefits and then trying to snatch up the ladder behind him, right? That's what we need to talk about. It's like, again, our entire country is in a cut off their nose to spite their face era. Like, anything to keep it's just so crazy, bro. It's so crazy, bro. It's so crazy. This is they're like, oh, multiculturalism is ruining everything. People of color, black people are ruining everything. It's like, bro, y'all cannot sustain this as just white men. It's unrealistic. It's unrealistic and it's ridiculous. Like, it's like this is already a diverse place. You cannot undiverse it here. It's just crazy. Like, bro, this is already a very diverse military. You cannot just Thanos snap and make all diversity just disappear. It's like insane. This is crazy. This is crazy. They're actively deleting black women, black people, women, people of color, Hispanic contributions to the military, taking down our stuff at Arlington, etc. after people have fought and served. This is crazy. Like, trying to literally erase and shit on history to try to boost up white men. Like, it's just embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is really cringy to have like that low of a self-esteem and that much hatred. It's just like other people's contributions is that intimidating to you. It's just this is all very weird.
Donald Trump is trying to erase the graves of Black, Hispanic, and women veterans at the Arlington National Cemetery. Task and Purpose reports that the website for Arlington National Cemetery has unpublished links in lists of notable graves, walking tours, and educational materials pointing to Black, Hispanic, and women veterans, as well as Medal of Honor winners. Arlington National Cemetery in Northern Virginia is our most famous national cemetery, housing 400,000 graves of U.S. service members dating back to the Civil War. It includes 2 presidents and more than 400 Medal of Honor recipients. But according to Task and Purpose, in recent weeks, the website has scrubbed dozens of pages on grave sites and education materials pertaining to the histories of prominent Black, Hispanic, and female service members buried in the cemetery, along with educational materials on dozens of Medal of Honor recipients. Cemetery officials confirmed to Task and Purpose that the pages were unpublished to meet recent orders by Donald Trump and his Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, who have been targeting race and gender-related language and policies in the military. They're trying to hide these graves because they're the graves of Black, Hispanic, and women heroes. You may recall that Trump recently banned the history of the Tuskegee Airmen from being taught at the Pentagon. These were a series of Black pilots from World War II who were quite the heroes. Movies were done about them. Only after the outrage did Trump bring the history back. Trump also banned mentions of the Enola Gay aircraft that dropped the bomb over Japan of World War II because it had the word gay in the name. Now we're trying to erase the graves of our military heroes.
Cutting all these social services, trying to keep people from going into the military, even though y'all literally need people to go into the military because you're beefing with everybody. Is girl. All of these illegal firings of veterans from the government. It's just, there's so much on my mind. And I know it's supposed to be overwhelming on purpose. I know it's a hot mess on purpose. I know there's probably some of these veterans who voted for this, like, and are now realizing, oh my God, this can fuck me too. Yes. Again, thank you to everybody who went out and marched and protested. I know they were doing, I know that they were doing it to serve themselves and because it's finally hitting them and it's finally hurting them. But still, we have to show up and show out because racism is so expensive that it's now also costing you. The billionaire class, the draft dodgers, Elon jumping up and down like a fucking raccoon. It's going to hurt you too. Cannot stress that enough. I also wanted to mention all of these cuts to the Department of Education and trying to make people stupider, trying to undermine science, undermine knowledge, create AI that will prevent people from being able to get jobs, any upward mobility, any opportunity of growth, right? I feel like a lot of this also is to funnel people into the military because they're going to strip all the benefits away from it, right? But you still have nowhere else to work. You have to think about how recruiting focuses on communities that were already disenfranchised, neglected, and overlooked by the government that was supposed to take care of us, right? Before it even decided to turn into a private business that only served the oligarchs, it already ignored so many communities, right? And us continuing to thrive and be a flower that grew out of concrete is even more triggering because it's how dare you overcome your circumstances? How dare you still thrive even though I've done everything possible to sabotage you, to hold you back, to hold you down? I do feel like this huge push to dismantle education and to literally put some freaky weirdo who ran the WWE, and now mind you, I'm a WWE girly, okay? If you know me, you know. But dismantling education and also making it impossible to pay off student loans, impossible to find good jobs, putting us literally in a depression right now, an economic depression, right? Even though somehow you're supposed to be buying a Tesla right now. Whatever. But yeah, I feel like that's going to force a lot more people into the military because what are they going to be able to do? And listen, they are actively mistreating veterans as we speak, girly. Did I tell you that I feel like the microaggressions and hazing are going to increase tenfold? Girl, I'm so happy I'm not in the military right now. Like, I'm getting like, I really feel like something in the pit of my stomach just thinking about the things that I went through. And that was at a time where things were a little bit more diverse and more understanding. And thank God. Thank you so much to the other women and the other Black women who served at the same time as me. And there's going to be probably even less of us joining right now willingly because, girl, I know I came on here to be like supporting and encouraging, but also I'm like very stressed out. So I have like two different energies going on here. But I wanted to say a lot of veterans have injuries, both that you can see visibly and also that you can't see. A lot of injuries as far as mental health and trauma and anxiety and depression, and we need access to our medical facilities to, especially for mental health reasons, especially for therapy, especially to heal through PTSD and trauma. Cutting off those systems at the legs, it worries me so much deeper than I could possibly convey to you. And it's so crazy to me. I think about how I was riding in helicopters over Germany and how I was visiting concentration camps and learning about history and stuff like that because I was there. I was walking through those streets and seeing what's going on here. I feel like that Mr. Crab meme where he was just like swishing around in a wash machine. Honestly, this is the American way. This is the American way. Oh my God, my emotional support cat isn't even working. This bitch got anxiety too. We both stressed. Oh my God. But yeah, I will keep uplifting other people's voices. Please do what you can to take care of your mental health. Please. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for hearing me out. I know I was all over the place. I have a lot of big feelings. So thank you for hearing me out. Thank you to the people who are supporting veterans that are speaking up. And yeah, I'm Sade. I normally don't talk about these types of things, so you might not want to follow me because of this video, because I'm not going to update you constantly on the different marches. I'm just going to come through and like talk about more broader concepts or whatnot. But yeah, if you liked it, you liked it. If you want to share. Thank you for being here and have a good day. Bye. I'm cutting in here to say, get your passport. Especially get your passport. Women, get your passport. Ladies, get your passport. Get your passport. You know, get your passport and get your passport. Be planning. Be thinking about the future and get your passport. I see everything. I see all this travel ban, anti-immigration, professors getting arrested, libraries under attack, everything, pretty much everything that I like, everything that I care about, everything that I'm passionate about, everyone who I care about, Social Security, Medicaid. I'm thinking about my family members who are going to suffer, my brother who's deaf, and programs that are there for him, drawing up, etc. Like how many people are affected because y'all want a handful of people to have all the money and for everyone else to just roll over, die, disappear, not exist, whatever. Get your passport. Get your passport, because before all the federal workers are gone and the post office is privatized. Do you know how important the post office is? This is so moronic.